Jason, talk about what a 2-0 victory over this Dallas team does just for you guys moving forward at the midway point of the year.
Yeah, we stated before the game that this was a huge, huge match for us, probably the biggest one we've had this season against what I think is arguably the team that's in the most and best form right now. So a positive result, doesn't matter to me the score. To get all 3 points at home against them was big for us. It wraps up a series where we drew with them away and we win at home. And so I think that's is that our first series completed? No, New England as well, which win and draw with them as well. So now we can start to look at it that way. We made it a big area of focus and emphasis on keeping the ball tonight. You know, I feel that Dallas is a very counterattacking oriented team, and if we could keep the ball for long stretches and not lose it in dangerous positions, then we would limit the number of chances that they could create against us. And the other part was the reactions of midfielders when the ball turned over to get back and help our outside backs, dealing with two very good players in Breck Shea and Jackson. And I think all in all, everybody did what was asked of them tonight.
Jason, can you talk a little bit about what this win does for your confidence going into this Open Cup match on Tuesday?
It's big again. You know, when I said this match was one of the biggest ones, or if not the biggest one we played in MLS this year, I wasn't only talking about MLS. I knew that it would be a positive statement to make to get a little confidence and go down to Dallas and hopefully move on in the U.S. Open Cup.
Jason, you know, a pretty significant week in a lot of ways, but you know, you got the number retired, and then this. Which would you rather do? Have ceremonies like that, or just win games?
Win games, win games, and win games 1,100%. The ceremony, I think, wore on me a little bit on when was it, Monday night, and I think you saw an emotional coach, probably overly emotional, and had some gesticulations and actions and was a little bit too verbal in that match. And I think that was all borne out by some of my angst about the ceremony afterwards and wanting to have all 3 points going into that.
Any more questions, Chris? Yes. And then we'll go to Rick in the back.
Jason, could you comment about maybe the substitution at the end of the game when Sabo came off? He seemed kind of upset that he was removed from the field.
Yeah, Sabo was a player actually I was looking to get off earlier. You know, and some of the, you know, you get to the second half, you get that goal advantage, and you're starting to think to yourself, who do we need to get out to make sure that they're ready for Tuesday? And especially a player like Sabo who's had knee injury issues, he was in my mind the whole time to try to rest him a little bit. And then I thought about minute 80, he looked really tired. So the decision was made to get him some rest for Tuesday. He obviously wasn't pleased with it, and I don't really have any comment past that.
Coach, on Andy's goal, how surprised were you that slipped through Hartman's hands?
Very surprised. Kevin has been extremely good against us. I think he's been extremely good against everybody, but for some reason he's pulled off some incredible saves against us in the last year and a half since he's been there. I've always felt like, gosh, we just get one bounce to maybe hit a divot in front of him and go over him. The first half, I thought the save he made on Will Johnson when he wasn't really even positioned or expecting it was spectacular. And so the assistant coaches and I were talking about, couldn't we just get one bounce to go past Kevin Hartman? Well, we got it, and I think a bounce has been a long time coming for this club, so well-deserved.
Getting 2 goals against a team like Dallas, what does that do for your offense, confidence-wise?
You know, I think it would be remiss to say that the second goal was something that we should hang our hats on. I mean, they're throwing everything at us. It's a counterattack goal in which we get behind them, and you know, to score a goal late like that is spectacular, especially for a guy like Fabian who comes in again and raises the energy level and works real hard. So I'm pleased for him individually, but I don't think we're going to hang our hats on we beat Dallas by 2 goals. I mean, I think we beat Dallas by a goal and got a late statement goal to bury the game, but I don't feel like we massively overplayed them or outplayed them tonight.
Talk about Louis Gill and maybe first about some of the quality runs he made, but then also could you maybe talk, he seems to be a little reluctant to take shots. Is that the midfielder in him coming out? Or?
Yeah, you know, I think maybe the midfielder in him the part that he's 17 years old. A lot of factors, I think, go into that, and also because he has a ton of respect for the players around him. So I think he's oftentimes thinking about how can I make a goal for somebody else rather than take the final responsibility, because he did get himself in some really, really nice positions tonight and was a little bit hesitant, especially that one in the second half when he backheeled to try to get Fabian through. I felt like that's a position where you've just got to shoot it.
I'm not going to ask you what your approach is going to be to the Open Cup game because I know better than that.
Good for
but,
you. We're learning. We're learning.
But does playing this game change your approach at all? Did you learn anything about Dallas that's going to make you, rethink things or anything?
No, we've already played Dallas early in the season. We do such due diligence when we prepare for our opponents. We watched their last 3 games prior to this one. We have a real solid opinion about how Dallas plays, and I don't think they really change it whether they're home or away.